Good morning, everyone. Normally, when I have to speak at conferences, I generally pass the ducks out right before my competitors have to come up and give their speech instead of in the beginning. It's great to be at Stanford this morning. Several years ago, many of you probably never heard the name of Aflac or our company. For the most part, outside the Southeast, only our customers and the people who followed insurance stocks really knew about Aflac. When we were fortunate enough to be interviewed by CNBC or the New York Times, the questions that we got most were about our Japanese operations. The stories were mainly about how a company from a small Georgia town could be so successful in Japan. They were interested in the fact that we insured 1 out of 4 households in Japan, and also that we were the second most profitable foreign company doing business in Japan, as Karen mentioned, only behind IBM. Our success in Japan is partly due to the fact that we have 96% name recognition in Japan. We're better known than any foreign financial services company, including names that you're very familiar with, like Citigroup, Merrill Lynch, and Prudential. However, we were not very widely known here in our own home. That changed 3 years ago when we launched our new advertising campaign featuring the Aflac duck. It has had a tremendous impact on our business. In fact, our sales in the United States have almost tripled since 1997. Aflac has become a household name with brand awareness now at 89%, up from just 8% in 1991. Needless to say, we are thrilled with the recognition and attention that we've received. But with greater name recognition becomes greater responsibility on our part as a corporation. Today, more than ever, it's important that Aflac do what is right for the shareholders, the customers, and the employees. Honest communication is the best way to maintain public confidence. Communication begins with trust, and trust begins inside the company. Every quarter, like other CEOs, I sign the SEC certification that our company's financial statements are accurate and correct. I've never had a problem with signing it, and I know the importance to have trust in our business today. Aflac's entire business is based on trust, and when you think about it, an insurance policy is nothing more than a promise on a piece of paper. Our policyholders have to ultimately trust us, and we have to be there when they need us. When the policyholders interact with the company, our employees become the company. That's why I believe it's important to focus my efforts first on our people. Every day I try to build trust among the employees because I want to remove as much uncertainty as I can from their lives. I also expect our other leaders in the corporation to do the same. In fact, when I signed the SEC certification, I required that all of our division heads sign a certification stating that all of the numbers were accurate and correct. Actions like that carry a pretty clear message that everyone who works in the company, regardless of rank, is responsible for maintaining the trust of the people inside our business. Building a culture of trust, certainly inside our company, has a direct impact on the relationship with customers and with investors on the outside. Lieutenant General Vernon Walters, who served as Deputy Director of the CIA under President Nixon, once was asked how he thought the United States ought to handle the enemy. He said, "I don't think you should tell them what we're going to do in advance. Let them think, worry, wonder. Uncertainty is the most chilling thing of all." Now, I'd agree with General Walters that certainly uncertainty is certainly a good way to handle the enemy, but I believe that it's absolutely no way to handle employees. To them, uncertainty is the most chilling thing of all. Of course, I can't remove all of the uncertainty that we have in terms of a corporation or the employees' lives. We have surprises, just like all companies have surprises, but at Aflac, we try to remove as much uncertainty as we possibly can. The fact is, people can handle bad news. They just can't handle uncertainty. If we know we have bad news, we tell the employees as soon as possible so we can work with a plan to resolve the issues. This helps to build trust and loyalty among our employees.